I'm just trying to go to work. You guys don't suspect me of a crime. You don't suspect me that I did anything wrong. But yet I'm being stopped and asked for a driver's license.
Yeah, it's only expired.
Under the Constitution, you have to suspect me of something to ID me. And a driver's license is a form of identification. So I'm just trying to go to work.
What are you asking, sir? Do you have a license on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to go to work.
Well, let me see your license.
What did I do wrong for me to prevent it?
This is a DUI, okay, and also a license checkpoint, okay?
I understand that.
We could spend all day here, sir. Or you could just let me see your license. You got to go to work, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let me see.
But
your license,
I'm not going to give up my constitutional rights.
Sir, you're not giving your
Yes, I am. But
sir, also, too, do you understand that the California Vehicle Code says that you have to identify yourself? So,
and I understand that, okay. But the Constitution also says.
Tell me, where in the Constitution does it say that? Sir, I'm not trying to make things difficult here for you.
But you are. I'm just trying to travel to work.
Okay, and also, too, we had a job to do, right?
I get that. I'm not trying to make it difficult, but I have a job to do, too.
So, listen. We stop every 3 cars there, right? And randomly, just 3 cars, okay?
And I understand that.
Okay. And if you don't have a license, you're driving this car without a license, you could potentially have your vehicle impounded.
I understand that.
So, we're trying to tell you, identify yourself, so we can see if you have a valid driver license. Once that happens, you would be on your way and you'll be gone, right?
But the thing is, I'm not going to give up my rights, okay, so just because of this.
The California Vehicle Code says that you must identify yourself.
No, it does. And it also says that I have to be reasonably articulately under suspicion of a crime.
No, it does not say that.
Yeah,
Sir, I'm sorry. What's your name again?
My name is Jason.
Jason. Okay. My name is Jimmy. I want to get you out of here as quickly as possible. Because look at the fact of the matter is that we have a responsibility, and
I understand
and we have a responsibility to enforce the laws. Okay.
I understand that.
We're conducting a DUI driver license check. Okay.
Okay.
That's what the specific grant is for. Give me a second, okay, before you continue.
Okay.
Okay. So we are stopping random vehicles, every 3 vehicles, okay, and we're asking for their identification and we're checking for their sobriety. Okay?
Do you believe that I've been drinking?
I didn't make that stop. But the fact remains is that if you're not going to show your license, what does that tell us? It gives us reasonable suspicion that you probably don't have a license. Now, that gives me reason to pull you over into this area to conduct a further investigation.
Okay.
Now, if you want to start talking about why you're getting stopped, if I came to you and I asked you for your license and you refused to provide your license, an officer, right, is going to think that he probably doesn't have a license. That's reasonable suspicion enough to ask you pull over and come in here so that we can now conduct a further investigation. We need to identify you. We need to see if you have a valid driver license. So you get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So now you're talking about, hey, did we have a reason to stop you? Yeah, we did. Okay. Are we conducting an investigation now? Yes.
Well,
and I'm telling you now, as part of this investigation, okay, we could do a couple of things, okay?
Okay.
I can get your ID and I could take a look at it and I could verify that it's valid and you could back out, be on your way, and be at work. Or, okay, we can have you step out of the vehicle. We can check to see if the vehicle is properly registered, which we're well within our right within the California Vehicle Code. Okay, and we can try to get you identified. Is that something that I want? Absolutely not. Jason, what I want right now is for you to just show me your ID. I could verify it myself personally, and then you could back up and be on your way, sir. That's, I think, the best option, personally, and I think you know it too. Now, I think I articulated enough to tell you that why you're here gave us enough reasonable suspicion to believe that you possibly are unlicensed.
Just because I want to hold on to my constitutional rights?
Sir, I'm trying to tell you that you asked for a reason. Again, I wasn't the one that was stopping you. I'm only coming over here to talk to you, right?
I understand.
So, and I gave you a reason why a police officer would reasonably believe that you possibly are unlicensed because you refuse to provide your California driver license to prove that you're a licensed driver in the state of California.
But the thing is I'm in California. I understand. I understand that you guys, under the Supreme Court ruling, that you guys are allowed to do DUI checkpoints. You are not allowed to do just driver's license checkpoints. Okay. You have to reasonably believe that I'm under the influence of alcohol or narcotics to want to do any further.
You're also obligated by law to identify yourself, okay, and to provide a driver license if you're driving in the state of California.
If you believe I committed a crime or a driving infraction.
Did you know that driving without a license is a crime in California?
But
Do you not know that it is a...
Yes, I
okay,
do.
So let me tell you something, okay? When the officer says, hey, let me see your ID, you're like, nope, I'm not going to show it to you. The officer's going to go, okay, wait a minute. We have possible reasonable suspicion to believe that you're driving without a license, which is a violation, which is a misdemeanor, and you could be arrested for it. So you mean to tell me right now, okay? So I'm like, okay, because the officer can't do that investigation out there in a matter of like 20 seconds of inconvenience that it would take just to get identify,
that's
right?
the thing.
Allow
It's
me
an
to finish speaking,
inconvenience.
sir. And then I say, hey, in those 20 seconds, I could verify all that information. You could be over and done with. But yet now you're saying the officer who's making a reasonable expectation that you're possibly unlicensed tells you to come around here, park right here, and then now we're here. Now we're trying to argue a matter over semantics.
I'm not trying to argue it though. That's the thing. I'm just trying to hold on to my rights.
Let me change the term then instead of argument. You're right. It's not an argument. It's a debate. Okay. You have your perspective and I have my perspective. Okay. Now, what do you do for a living, Jason?
I'm an electrician.
Okay, electrician. If I started to tell you how to do your job as an electrician,
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, sir. I really am not. I'm not.
I'm trying to give you an example, right? And I started saying, hey, listen, do you know that this new way to do, electric work and stuff is this and that? And you're like, wait a minute, I've been doing it for this long, whatever the case may be.
There's always new stuff coming up.
Okay, but just know, okay, that if you only had your perspective and refuse to look at different perspectives, you run the risk of being potentially wrong. I'm telling you, sir, that you have to show your ID. You have to identify yourself, okay? When you signed for that California ID, did you read the fine print and all of that?
Yep.
Okay. Sir, I'm telling you right now that you need to identify yourself so that we can get you on your way, okay? Suspected of a crime? Possibly driving without a license. That's a misdemeanor, state of California. You needed an answer?
Jesus Christ.
You needed an answer as what you're possibly being under suspicion for? Driving without a license.
But because...
Driving without a license. You can argue that other stuff later on, sir. But how long are we waiting here for? How long have you been here, sir? I know you need to get to work. But it isn't going to go anywhere, sir.
Okay, then...
So, we get one of two things. I can get my officers to come here and ask you to step out of the vehicle so we can conduct an inspection of your vehicle. Get you identified. And go through all that process. Or you could show me your license. I could verify that it's valid. And you'll be on your way.
Can I make a call really quick? To a lawyer?
No. You're not going to have that opportunity. You could call your lawyer after the fact. But look, we have many different vehicles.
I understand that.
And we all have a job to do, sir. Okay?
I understand that. I'm honestly doing what my lawyer has always told me to do.
Okay, sir. I'm telling you that now what we're going to be doing, I'm going to have...
I'm not trying...
No, wait. Give me a second. Give me a second, sir. Jason, I'm going to give you... I'm going
to talk to you.
I'm going to have my officers come over here in just a second.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm not trying to go there.
Okay,
I'm really not trying to go there.
I'm just going to give you this last thing, okay? I'm going to have my officers come over here and I'm going to ask them to conduct an investigation regarding whether or not you have a license, okay? Which is a misdemeanor in the state of California, 12500. Potentially 14601, which is a suspended license. I don't know whether you have either, okay? You could have a complete valid driver license as well, okay? But once that investigation is terminated and they ultimately deem that you have a valid license, then you'll be on your way. But up until that point here, you're going to be detained.